What are you looking at?
People think I'm faking my Tourettes. Sometimes there's things I say
Take your tops off.
that I'm just like, I'd never say that. I'd never say that if it was me.
Who said that?
She has been told that she's possessed.
There are of course going to be loads of people that don't believe me or think that I'm faking it for some sort of attention. But there's kind of a point where you don't need to care what other people say.
So we start with what I hope to be an
Yeah.
easy one. Which, could you introduce yourself?
My name's Nicole and I'm 14 and I have Tourette syndrome. Before my tics started, I had a life like every other 13-year-old. Life is so much more different than what it was. Sometimes I can't do certain things, but I try not to think about it. There's certain moments where you can be really scared because you have no idea what's going to happen, you have no idea when it's going to happen because it comes out the blue, you just never know.
Oh no.
Someone is taking over my body, so I can't control what I say or what I do. So I started to develop tics about 16 months ago.
And it was literally overnight, the week of her birthday, and it just progressively got worse. I was worried because I didn't know what it was.
When it first started, I was really confused because I never really knew what Tourette's was to start with. It's like if you shake a can of pop and when you pop it open it fizzes up. That is pretty much what it feels like. If you hold in all your tics, you can get pains in your chest. I think the first thing that people think when they think of Tourette's is swearing.
It's the end of the world!
And that's not the whole thing, it's physical as well. At the start it was just neck and hand movements, now it's just everything. Sometimes it's my hair, sometimes I literally grab my hair and try to rip it out. So I try and put stuff in front of me to block me from hurting myself.
I didn't realise that's what Tourette's was. I just was like, well, she can't help herself doing it.
Sometimes there's things I say that I'm just like, I'd never say that.
Don't stare at me, you spoiled. Who said that?
I'd never say that if it was me.
One of the first ones that she came out with was saying she was Madeleine McCann, and that was one of her first tics, and that's a tic that's never gone. The same as the ha-ha, the same as the whistling.
Ha ha!
There's really rude things that I've said about my friends that they know I would never say to them.
You dirty beggar. It's the being fat for me.
So it's just like the opposite of what I am. I feel just like a second person. I've hurt myself in different ways, like I've punched my chest, scratched on my hands, my head, made my head bleed, grabbed all my hair, tried to rip it out, punched on my knees, scratched all up my knees.
It can be really, really dangerous and it can be really scary to watch.
Maybe, shall I do this?
The trauma of the Tourette's to her brain is causing her to then have the FND where her hands lock into place, her feet lock into place. FND stands for Functional Neurological Disorder, but it's almost like for Nicole, because of the Tourette's, the FND kicks in as almost like to try and restart her brain, trying to kickstart it from what it's doing.
I'll have a double cheeseburger and some fries.
The one way that me and my family deal with it is by laughing.
No, you're not a flower.
I'd find it really funny,
No, that's not how they do it.
but everyone else will laugh about it as well, so that's kind of the way that we deal with it.
Little Indian lady.
Brilliant.
I mean, she can come out with some really hilarious stuff.
I don't even like.
Brilliant.
I decided to post about my Tourette's one day and kind of went from there.
It's too quick!
I think the first time I started posting it, I got a lot of support. And of course, trolls are going to be there. There are of course going to be loads of people that don't believe me or think that I'm faking it for some sort of attention.
Guys, can we start again?
But there's kind of a point where you don't need to care what other people say. So if they want to believe that I'm faking it, okay, that's fine. There's been loads of people that have texted me saying thank you so much for making me feel more comfortable with my Tourette's. So it's nice that we can all talk about it.
The main reason was going on and trying to build awareness, and I kind of wanted to give people the reality of what Tourette's was and share that actually it's not just swearing. Even if I reached out to one person, I just wanted to let them realise that that's what it was, so that if she did get seen somewhere and she was ticking, she wouldn't be judged for it.
Today I'll be going to a dance class. It helps my tics, and when I hear the music and move my body, I feel free.
I'm aware that Nicole has tics, however, I haven't really noticed any while she's at dancing. I think Nicole forgets because she's concentrating and she's having fun while she's dancing.
She's just able to be herself. God, I'm getting emotional about it. She's just able to be happy without having the Tourette's. It's just lovely to be able to see her be herself and not have to worry or think or feel anything because she's concentrating so much. She can just be Nicole. Sorry. There's a lot more to having Tourette's than just a few tics.
The one thing I'd want people to know is that you don't need to tick 24/7 to have Tourette's. I think that's the one thing that people believe. Like, there's some days where I do not tick whatsoever, and there's some days where I tick all the time.
My hopes for the future is that my tics get better, or they slowly go away, or there's a cure found, hopefully, but if not, then just get on with it really. You know, it's just something that's part of me now.